On this Civic CVT, P0970 means the pressure control solenoid C control circuit may be reading low on the CPCLS control line. In plain language, the PCM may not be seeing the electrical side of that solenoid control the way it expects. The vehicle may have a transmission warning, a stored CVT fault, or an abnormal drive feel, but this code path stays focused on the electrical control circuit. This is not a mechanical transmission diagnosis. Before chasing the circuit, start with the basic system checks. Make sure the vehicle and HDS setup are clean, and then work the fault in order. Start by proving the code is active. Turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, or use the engine start/stop button to select on mode. Clear the DTC with the HDS. Start the engine, wait for at least 1 second, then check for pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If P0970 comes back, the failure is duplicated and you move into the solenoid and circuit checks. If P0970 does not come back, treat it as an intermittent failure. The system is okay at that moment. If captured data is recorded for this code, try to duplicate the same operating conditions instead of guessing. Next, test the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve. This step decides where the diagnostic path goes next. If the solenoid valve works properly, continue to the CPCLS line continuity check. If it does not work properly, go directly to the solenoid resistance check. For the CPCLS line check, turn the ignition switch to lock 0, or select OFF mode with the engine start/stop button. Jump the SCS line with the HDS. Disconnect the solenoid wire harness 8P connector on the engine wire harness side, and disconnect PCM connector B, the 51P connector. Then check continuity on the CPCLS circuit between solenoid wire harness 8P connector No. 7, red/BLK, and PCM connector B, 51P No. 6, red/BLK. If there is continuity, the CPCLS wire is okay. At that point, update the PCM if it does not have the latest software, or substitute a known good PCM, then recheck. If P0970 goes away after the PCM was updated, that completes this path. If P0970 goes away with a known good PCM substituted, replace the original PCM. If there is no continuity, repair the open in the CPCLS wire between the solenoid wire harness and the PCM. If the earlier solenoid test did not pass, remove the solenoid wire harness and measure resistance at the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve. The ignition is still in lock 0 or OFF mode. Disconnect the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve 2P connector and the solenoid wire harness 8P connector on the valve body side. Measure between the solenoid valve 2P connector No. 1 and No. 2 on the CPC plus and CPC circuit. The expected reading is 4.966 omega. If the reading is in that range, the solenoid checks OK, so replace the solenoid wire harness. If the reading is not in that range, the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve is faulty, so replace the valve body. Keep verification separate from the circuit testing. After the PCM update or PCM substitution path, recheck for P0970 as directed. The practical takeaway is simple. Prove the code first. Decide whether the solenoid path or CPCLS wiring path is failing, and do not turn this into a mechanical CVT diagnosis. For more diagnostic training, visit Diagnostics.com.